Hey folks, Chris Brannick here for the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com in the studio today with Oklahoma City Energy FC defender Jacob Van Compernal. Jacob, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, thanks for joining us. Now, the Energy, we're on a road trip, an extended road trip. You played 5 total matches on the road, 1 in the Open Cup, 4 of the last regular season matches. Been to California and Louisville and back to California for a couple of matches. Unfortunately, you guys didn't win any of those games. You got a tie with the LA Galaxy 2 last weekend. So why don't you tell me just a little bit about how things have been going for you? You guys were pretty high in the table and before the road trip, and you've kind of hit a little bit of a speed bump.
Yeah, you know, I think we're still in a good spot in the table. I think that 5-game win streak really helped us out as far as setting us in a good position. And you know, I think this is something that you have to anticipate as a club. You know, I think the season, as long as it is, it's going to have its ups, it's going to have its downs. Obviously, this past few weeks have been a down for us, but I think going on the road, getting a point at LA was big for us. I think we came out and we played probably the most aggressive and maybe one of the best games we've played all year. You know, they're a good team and big field at the StubHub Center, and I think we came out and we really showed what we can do, and I think we set the level high. And I really think that, you know, coming back, I know the next out of the next 5 or 6 games, quite a few are at home. So you know, it's always going to be nice coming home, having the support of the home fans, the grid, and you know, I think you can't look back and it all be doom and gloom. You know, we had a really good win streak, and you know, we had a couple games where we struggled. We were struggling to find ourselves really and find our rhythm. And you know, I think at LA we showed that we're kind of, you know, back into it, and I think we're excited to be back on Saturday and get a win.
All right, so Saturday is, of course, Energy FC will play Orange County Blues FC, a 7 p.m. kickoff. Now, Orange County is a team you played on that road trip, and you did fall 1-0, but that was less than a week ago. Mm-hmm. And so, what does it give you guys playing on Saturday when you just played this team? You know, they're fresh in your minds. You know how they're going to play.
Yeah, you know, I think we have an idea of how they're going to play. I think, you know, we came out and we didn't have our best game, and I think that shows with the result. And I think that this next time around we come out, we're going to be ready for how they play, you know, specific players. And, you know, as a team, I think we're going to come out very aggressive and very hungry because they did beat us. And you know, when you lose, you want to get that retribution, and I think we're looking to get that on Saturday. And, you know, I think I've got all the confidence in the world in us as a team, and I think we're going to bounce back really well.
And of course, a home match for you, and you mentioned playing at home and having the advantage of the grid behind you and the home fans behind you. You guys have made Taft Stadium a bit of a fortress. You're 6-1 this season at home, halfway through the home schedule. And so what is that going to help you, or how is that going to help you to be back at home against Orange County?
Yeah, you know, I think if you look really in any sport across the world, teams that can really find themselves at home and create that fortress, like you said, are the ones that end up at the top of the table, if not winning it. You know, and I think that, you know, we need to keep that going. We need to keep the support that we have. We need to keep fighting and working hard at home like we have been. And you know, hopefully that, you know, next time we go on the road, we continue to develop and continue to hopefully transfer that winningness, that mentality that we have at home into our away games.
All right, and so a little more about Orange County. Of course, here's an interesting fact. The 5 times that Energy FC and Orange County have met, they've all been shutouts. Now, the Energy have won 3 out of 5. And so what's it going to take to beat Orange County? You mentioned you know them, you're a little familiar with them, but what's it going to take for you guys to get a win on Saturday?
You know, I think they're coming off a game this past weekend and then a game on Thursday before the game on Saturday. So, you know, I think we're going to look to jump on that, take advantage of the fact that they've been on the road for a while, and then, you know, coming to us. And you know, I think that as a team we just really need to have that winning, that fighting mentality that we've had at home. And I think that you know, as far as, you know, us winning 3 out of the last 5 games against them, you know, I think that's big, and I think that you know, we're more than confident in ourselves. I think, you know, there's not a doubt in our mind that we're going to come out and we're going to get 3 points on Saturday. I think that, you know, it's been in the back of the minds since we've played them. You know, we think we should have, you know, we should have played better. We should have got a better result there, and we didn't. And I think that's just going to turn into hunger come Saturday.
All right, and now I can't get your coach, Jimmy Nielsen, to talk about the playoffs too much. They're a long ways away. We've still got 3 months of the season to go. However, you kind of have to start focusing on it because there are less games left on the schedule than there are behind you. And so, and you're in the playoff position right now. You're a 5th place in the West. So how do you go thinking about that day to day? And do you guys pay much attention to the standings?
You know, I think we don't necessarily pay much to it. I think we don't necessarily pay too much attention to the standings. I mean, obviously, you know, it's kind of in the back of our minds. We want to be up towards the top of the table. I think, you know, that's true for any team. You know, I'm sure Jimmy would probably say the same thing, but, you know, taking each game as it comes, you know, each game in this league is a challenge. No matter you're playing the top team in the league or you're playing the bottom team in the league, it's going to be a challenge, and I think that's important for us to take each game as it comes. And, you know, yeah, we want to make the playoffs. You know, we want to be a championship team, and but in order to get there, I think we have to take each game as it comes. You know, we can't be looking past this Saturday on to next week. You know, we have to be focused completely on this Saturday, and whenever Saturday is over, then we focus on the next game. You know, and I think in a way that is focusing on the playoffs, because that's the way that you get to the playoffs, is you win these games. You get the most points as you can out of these games.
All right, again, Energy FC plays Orange County Blues FC Saturday at 7 p.m. at Taft Stadium. And stay with the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com. We'll keep you ahead of the coverage.